So I would love to get married again, but now it seems like men don't want to get married anymore. Like, why is this? Can't we just get a prenup and be happy and be married? I get it where there's so many people that just live together and they live a married life, but they don't actually get married. Are people at least getting rings still? So at least you can show, like, I'm taken when you're out and about if you don't want to get married. What is the real reason men don't want to get married anymore? Is it money? Is it they've already had half of their stuff taken from a divorce, so they're bitter? I'm really curious. I feel like the partnership that comes with marriage is just a little bit different than if you're just dating someone, because they can always cut bait and jump ship because there's nothing to lose. When you do have like skin in the game, I feel like people would be more apt to like work through challenges, try to figure it out to stay together, versus if you're never married, it's easier just to be like, okay, bye, and run away. But are guys really not wanting to get married anymore? Let me know in the comments.
Show of hands for everybody who knew. Bingo.
Oh, dang, Queen, how the mighty have fallen. I mean, the once powerful boss babes who, like, had the monopoly on marriage and everything are now asking why men don't want to marry anymore. Because marriage rates are in the toilet right now in the U.S. and probably in the West in general. So, Queen, I gotta ask, when you say, why can't we get a prenup and be happy? Wouldn't the proper counter question to that be, why not we forget the prenup and be happy because we're already happy? Why do you have to add that step? Oh, that's right, because you said that, oh, well, you don't have any skin in the game. You should work through things out. Okay, if you're meant to be together, you're going to be together regardless. Why do you insist on having the government involved in the relationship? Most men, especially divorced men, don't want anyone to dictate anything, prenup or not. They'll happily tell the government, the family courts, the judges, get the hell out of my business. And when you ask, is it money? Is it because they're bitter because they got divorced? How about a much simpler reason? Maybe this will grab your attention, to you and all the other queens out there. Maybe the reason men don't want to get married is, oh, I don't know, because they don't have to. Or simply put, they don't want to. I mean, Queen, are you with the man because you want to be with him? Or are you with the man because you want to legally lock his assets down? Because the only difference between you living together and you being married is you not having some legal paperwork to have people come in and force him to give over his assets to you. I mean, if you're living together already, don't you already have the man you want? He's already there, within arm's reach. Oh, because there is no marriage paperwork, that means that he can bounce at any moment. Oh, so let me get this straight. So you're seeing this from the female lens because you women are the ones who always walk out. Now that there's no incentive to walk out because you're not going to get an alimony payment, you can't legally get out of here with half his stuff. Well, with those factors in there, you could still walk out easily, except you're going to be walking out without a payday. So you don't have an incentive to walk out. Hey, sister. Men are simply going to look at it as, hey, what is yours, what is mine. We either make it work out or we don't. And one thing that most men have already learned is when you don't incentivize a woman to leave, she doesn't leave. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Do not give your boyfriend husband privileges. I know this is so controversial, but honestly, hear me out. Something I see way too often is a woman will move in with a guy. They're not married, and then she'll start cooking and cleaning for this guy. And then she'll start saying, why isn't he proposing? Why doesn't he want to marry me? I know this is so unpopular, and yes, it's hard to hear. If a man already knows that you're treating him like a husband and all he has to do is be a boyfriend, why would he propose? And I know that there are exceptions, but most of the time, if a man knows that he doesn't even have to legally marry you and he's gonna get all of this access to you, he already can wake up and you're in his bed. He can come home from work and you're already there. He doesn't have to plan dates with you. He doesn't have to put in any effort. He doesn't have to prove that he wants you as his future wife, that he's going to take you seriously. Makes it a lot less likely that he's going to take you seriously in the long run. Sometimes women will say, well, then that's not real love. Okay, but it boils down to self-respect. Men can literally sniff out if you have self-respect. If I don't know that you're willing to legally commit to me in marriage, why would I let you have a living situation with me? Why would I let you in my life that closely? That is a sign of self-respect to say, like, you don't deserve this level of access to me when you have not even committed to me. I know that makes people so mad, but I'm genuinely just telling you how to date smarter. Don't give a man the perks of being your husband, but he's not your husband.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Oh, wait a minute, Chloe. You're saying that marriage for women is about self-respect? Seriously? That's your point right now? This is why it's so freaking important for women to try to force their boyfriends to marry them? Okay, live-in boyfriend situations. You're saying right now, hey, women, do not give these boyfriend wife benefits. No, because if you give them wife benefits when you live with them, they won't marry you. So what are you saying? Once you live with them and you're doing your half, your part of the relationship, you decide, okay, let's cut that off because this brilliant plan is going to make him want to marry you so you could turn that back on. Yeah, that's going to work like a charm. You know what, Queen? Here's the problem with this plan. It's 100% from the female lens. What I mean by that is you're going off emotions, number one, and number two, you're thinking that the man is going to react this way because you think he's going to react like a woman would react. And I'll give it to you, blue pill beta simps would react that way, but then again, a blue pill beta simp would get married quickly, giving you more time to rack up your W for when you divorce him and take his stuff. But by far, the biggest flaw of this entire plan, the biggest gaping hole of the whole thing is, maybe you didn't notice this, Queen, but when you're living with a man, that you're giving him quote unquote wife benefits, guess what? You're getting husband benefits. I mean, there's a really good chance he's paying the majority of the bills and he's doing husbandly duties. He's repairing stuff, cutting the lawn. I mean, who knows? Maybe more than likely, he bought the house in his name, so you're actually living in his place. If you're renting out something, he has his name on the lease already, along with yours. So he's already legally committed to a point right there. He's doing things for you, paying things for you. He's probably buying most of the groceries and paying most of the bills. The funny thing is that there's stories of queens like this that are in a relationship with their boyfriends. They move in with them. They live with them for years. And then after 3-4 years, they start demanding a ring. When the boyfriend doesn't give them the ring, they actually believe, well, I'm out of here. You're not going to use me anymore. You're not going to get any wife benefits. And they pack their stuff and leave. And when they're on their own, they figure out very quickly, oh, snap, I got to pay for everything now. I have to do everything now. He was paying the majority of the rent. He was paying all the bills. He was providing everything. Now I got to pay 100% of everything. Plus, I got to repair everything. Houston, we have a problem. Abort, run back to boyfriend. And then at that point, you're rolling the dice because he may just say, nah, you know what? I think I'm going to stay single for a little while longer. Then I'll decide if I want you back. Check yourself before you wreck yourself there, Colleen. Moving on.
So here's advice I have for like younger women. When you encounter a man and he says he doesn't want to get married, there's two reasons usually. One, he either sees you as not the one or like a side piece or whatever to use. Or two, he just genuinely don't believe in marriage. In any case, you should respect that and act accordingly. So what you do is you don't give him the wife treatment because you're wasting your effort. Like, why give the wife treatment to someone who doesn't want a wife? It literally doesn't make any sense. Like, sometimes women do that to see if they can, like, change the guy's mind or something, but in most cases it doesn't work out well. So, yeah. If a guy doesn't want to be married, you might as well just view him as a boy, like you're better off. So other than that, like I would say too long didn't read, like don't invest yourself into a relationship where a man doesn't want to get married, literally. And honestly, you should be happy that he was upfront with you instead of like dragging you on, you know?
Game over, man. It's game over.
If a man doesn't want to marry you, he's wasting your time. Okay, let me make this very clear. 9 times out of 10, men will be pretty upfront with if they want to get married. And men usually fall into 3 categories. The first category is, obviously, yes, I want to be married. They'll say it. The second category is, I definitely don't want to be married. Now, most men won't say that up front because it's true some men just want the relationship without the marriage commitment. and are not honest about it, but other men just simply figure, okay, why do I have to say that up front if you don't ask the question? And then there's the third category, which is the unknown. Usually those are men who were married once before, had a bad divorce, and they're in limbo. And they're like, listen, I don't know if I'm going to be married again or not. That's a coin toss, and each man is an individual. There's no telling which way he's going to go.
But this gorilla has got a particular observation of the whole situation there, Queen.
If you're with a man, and let's say he doesn't want to get married, but he's still with you, as this is what you're talking about, giving him wife benefits, as in you're living together, and you're acting like a wife and he's already acting like a husband, and he doesn't give you the ring, you feel that he's wasting your time. Now, why is it that he's wasting your time if he doesn't give you a ring, but he's actually putting in the commitment to the relationship? He's giving you husband benefits. He's doing his part. The only difference is he doesn't want any legal paperwork. I'm sorry to break it to you, ladies, but the overwhelming reason most men do not want to get married is because marriage is a raw deal for them in the United States. Maybe the West in general. The laws that are put in to give women a safety net have been warped over the years, and now they've been weaponized against men. It's no longer a safety net. The laws are basically to harpoon a man's finances, destroy him. And unfortunately, the way the laws are designed, if you divorce him, the longer you were married, the more he gets destroyed. Because think about it. You were married for 5 years and you get divorced. It's going to take him 2 to 3 years to bounce back from that. Because that's 5 years of economic growth and commitment he made, he's got to recover from. Now, a man that you've been married to for 15 years and you divorce him, how long is it going to take him to bounce back from that? 15 years of growth, of blood, sweat, and tears that this man's put in to this marriage. And the laws incentivize women to walk away. Hey, you walk away, we'll tear that in half. You take half of that, plus you get an alimony payout. And if you have kids, you're going to get a child support bonus on top of that. And to make it even sweeter, you go find yourself another boo, a Chaya Tyrone bad boy. And he'll make you all these false promises. And you'll believe it, and you'll leave a good man for him. Men are saying, okay, this is a raw deal. So it sounds like this queen is just mad because she can't get her hooks into his bank accounts. Huh. I thought you were all about love. Moving on.
I will never understand why men marry someone they don't love. They do it because they're just checking a box. They're doing a thing that they need to do. And it's a bonus that they're marrying someone they don't love so that when they cheat on them, they don't feel so bad. By the time they get to the point that they're cheating on them, they probably even hate them, resent them greatly. And let's face it, there is no greater lubricant for an affair than utter contempt for your spouse. Men do not see love as sacred. They don't see it as necessary. They don't see marriage as sacred. They see it as necessary for them to get the needs met, necessary for them to further their life along, necessary for them to meet the goals that they have. And their goals don't end at getting married and having a family. It's just another thing on the list. Once they get married and have a family, that's when they're like, oh, great, I can now strive higher. And when they say higher, they mean something better. And that's not the woman that they married, the wifey material. Wifey material is code for person I will use, not person I will actually love, cherish, adore, and value. They're going to keep the person. They're going to keep the wifey material, have her keep those home fires burning, and then the fire in his pants is going to keep burning with someone else. And since he doesn't really like his wife, he doesn't love his wife, it's very easy for him to do it. He doesn't feel bad. He doesn't have as guilty of a conscience. It doesn't weigh on him. In his mind, at that point, he says she had it coming.
Oh, Granny Gertrude, that sounded like a lot of projection there. I'm sorry there, Colleen, but that was too emotional from your part. That sounds to me like you were reflecting yourself on there. I mean, didn't you put a video out saying that you took your ex-husband to the cleaners because your ex-husband was a multimillionaire? You utterly destroyed him in family court? Doesn't sound like that was a whole lot of love when you destroyed your ex-husband there. And you're old enough to know this. Hell, you're old enough to know a lot of things. The reason men get married isn't because, oh, that's another checkbox or anything like that. The number one reason that men get married is because they want to start a family. They want to have children. They want to create a stable environment for their children. It's not because, oh, It's a challenge. Oh, it's a checkbox. Oh, it's an accessory. I'm gonna climb the next mantle. It sounds to me like you're pretty bitter with your ex-husband. If he outgrew you, that's your freaking problem. You should have adapted to your new environment. If the man became super successful and he found something better, oh well, he found something better. Because let me be honest, Gertrude, you don't sound like a happy person to be around. Granny, plenty of men out there know love. Oh, but this grand little post-wall Colleen here says that men don't see love as sacred. Men don't understand love. Oh yeah, that's 100% accurate. Men don't know anything about love. In fact, instead of love, men are just robots, right? I swear, Granny, the source of all this bitterness must be some deep down resenting black hole that you have. Seriously, is your ex-husband doing a lot better than you are right now? Well, I mean, he must be. Last time we checked, you put it on the internet that you were into tossing men salads and you were trying to call them out for like not cleaning out their bungholes. But anyway, that has nothing to do with marriage. The point being, Granny, is stop trying to reflect and stop trying to push your misery onto other women. The vast majority of the men that'll get married are the ones who are young and don't have children. But the men in your age bracket are going to be looking at you like, oh, I'm not going to put a ring on this roast beef. I'll smash her, give her to her pound town, maybe let her get a taste of my rear box there, but I ain't gonna marry her. Hey Gertrude, have you considered that maybe the reason you're not finding this love with the modern men that you're dating is because you may not be worthy of their love?
Squeeze me? Oh, no, you dick.
I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.